Hey, what's up guys? Chris here, and guess what we're getting this week? Pharm? Yeah, we're getting her. She's a new unit this week, and we're going to talk about her in this video. But we're getting something way more important, the skip all button for hard quests. I am so glad that they finally had the conversation over at Gumi and got this figured out for global.
Hey Bob, sounds like for whatever reason people were a little disappointed with the Halloween event.
Yeah, Ron, I'm thinking we should roll out a quality of life update this week. You know, raise everyone's spirits a little bit.
Bob, just when I thought you couldn't dazzle me any further with your brilliance, you whip out a big old brain peen.
So, what do you think about... Wait, did you say brain peen?
I did. Yes.
Anyway, so what about the skip all button for hard quests? That way people only have to tap once to do their hard quests instead of like 1,000. That should make players pretty happy.
Oh, a remarkable idea. It sounds tricky though. How many months do we need to implement this?
Months? Bob. It's gonna take like 5 minutes.
Ron, this news pleases me more than an entire playlist of baby otter videos.
You know, Bob, we could probably also roll out that fill button for the guild barracks so that players don't have to tap 50,000 times there, too. Alright guys, we're going to talk about Pharm in a second, but first, you know what time it is, Amazon coins time. If you're buying Visual, do yourself a favor, save up to 20% more by doing it through the Amazon App Store. Here's how it works. You buy coins, the more you buy, the more you save, the happier you are. And here's the kicker. If you decide that you want to spend them on something other than War of the Visions, you can do that too. The coins can be used for a ton of different purchases and subscriptions for apps and games through the Amazon App Store. But you know, Final Fantasy 15 and 4 are just around the corner, and Final Fantasy 6. Don't tell me that you guys don't need Visual, because I know what my account looks like right now. Regardless, it's a great way to pick up some extra Visual to discount if you were already going to do it anyway. If you use the link in the description below, it does help support the channel just a little bit as well. Thanks a lot, guys, and let's talk about our favorite water ninja. All right, so if you guys watched the monthly planning guide, you guys probably know a little bit about Pharm by now. She's a slash attacker. She's a water ninja. Really high evasion. She has evasion on her mastery ability. You can see there on the right. I've talked about how she is being underrated a little bit, and maybe people are catching up with that a little bit, but I've kind of done a larger breakdown on her kit, and so we're going to talk about her two primary roles that I think that she's going to fill in this video. First and foremost, you see there on the right, we have strongly consider for a water raid party. I think Pharm is going to be maybe not an essential piece for doing a water raid party, but she's going to be very, very important. And coming off a week where we're doing the Aegeon raid, I'm going to be talking about this a bit in my day 600 video, but having a single raid party that can complete any raid regardless of the element is really, really important. So if you're one of these people that's building a strong water account and you don't have a raid party yet, Pharm is going to fit into that perfectly. You can see down there in the bottom left her limit burst. This is why it might be kind of small for you guys to see, so I'll read it out. Her limit break decreases water resistance by 25% for 3 turns on her target. It's a slash attack. It has a 200% damage modifier. What this means is that she can throw out her limit burst to give all of your units an extra 25% damage. She's also a slash unit, so she can continue those chains in a water slashing team. And then she also has the Dream Within a Dream ability that Ketone is so famous for. That's a 3-hit slash chaining ability. Combine that with Titus's Blitz Ace. Limit break, you have yourself 7 water hits with 2 characters, and your other characters can just build upon that, do tons of water damage. The reason why she's so great is because she does water, she does slash. She pairs with a lot of different units that can do water slash as well. You can see Titus there is the obvious one. Winter Victoria, she has the Paladin sub job, so she can fit into that team. She's really great for raids also, which we'll get into in this video because of her sniper abilities. Raychez, who's the upcoming water selection unit, she's going to pair with Pharm as well. Even though her damage scales with magic, all of her attacks are slash attacks, so you can keep those water slash chains going. And then Glaciella, she has the ninja sub job, so she can do water slash as well. So there's a lot of different ways to use her in raid teams. Let's talk about that next piece. You see pass if you can get Raychez. The reason I say that is because Raychez has the Rune Knight sub job, and she has an ability that causes water imperil by 38%. So if you have the units to unlock Raychez, you're going to use her for that water imperil and not use Pharm. You're probably not going to use Pharm in a water slash raid team. You could use both for sure, because Pharm still has that 3-hit chaining ability. But Raychez is going to have a higher imperil on her ability. Also, Moore's Limit Break has a 38% imperil as well. Obviously, Moore is going to break the slash chain, but she will contribute to water chains. So is Pharm going to be essential for a water raid team? No, not necessarily. But if you just have water slash units, you want to build water slash chains for pretty much any element of raid, she's going to be pretty good for that. Okay, so her second role that I think she's going to fill is going to be her PvP role. So this is important to talk about. And I really think that she only has one role. After going over her kit, seeing how she fits into the meta, her role is going to be a counter for Yuna and Elena. And the reason I say that is because of her Shuriken, upgraded Shuriken ability from her EX jobs. This Shuriken removes courage, it removes re-raise. So those are the two things that are super annoying with Elena and Yuna. A lot of people like to put like Halloween Rare use TMR on Elena. She uses re-raise. Yuna uses re-raise on herself. So everyone's got re-raise and courage running around in that team. Can be super annoying. Some people even putting Engelbert in that team. So you have 2 courage, 2 re-raise. Can be super annoying. Pharm can deal with all that. Her Shuriken can dispel that. Outside of that, she's not going to have a lot of utility. One, her damage is not fantastic, so she's not like she can sit on the front lines and just deal out tons of damage. She does have a ton of evasion, but in any, considerable level of PvP, you're pretty much crazy to go into PvP anymore with a unit that doesn't have auto hit abilities. A lot of units have auto hit abilities already. And then if you don't have an auto hit ability, a lot of people are running like an AIM Alexandrite ring. So you might be able to get so far with evasion units in PvP, but you're not going to like break the top levels with evasion, because pretty much everyone's running some form of auto hit. So evasion units are always kind of hit or miss, but we'll talk about that when we get to the PvP builds here in a little bit. So strongly consider if you're wanting to use her for water slash raids specifically, she's going to be really good in that role. Consider if you need a counter for Yuna and Elena for your water team specifically. Really tough team to fight against. Water teams maybe not equipped to do that. I think everyone else can probably pass on Pharm, save up your Visual for Final Fantasy 15. So let's take a look at the raid team that you can run with Pharm. This is going to be pretty standard. This is what I call the raid blades. You're running Paladin sub job on Victoria. You're running Paladin sub job on Titus. You could run any sub job really on Titus. You could run a Samurai job as well. But you can see all of the slash attack bonuses, the water attack bonuses there on the right. 70%, or I guess 35% more slash attack, 35% more water attack. You have 35% attack. You have acquired AP plus 35%. You have this damage limit plus 2,500 coming from the vision card of thanks for the votes. This is pretty much an essential buff right here, the damage limit. That's like an essential buff for doing raids in order to break that damage cap. So thanks for the votes, one of those cards that if you're going to run a water raid team, you probably need that card. This is just Titus's card on there for the extra slash attack. You want all of these units using slash attacks. Winter Victoria, she has the slow shot on her sniper job, which can actually reduce the agility of the raid boss, which can make you get more turns, chain more, do a lot more damage. So this is a pretty good raid team. Whatever your 4th unit is can be that bonus unit. Because there's no agility bonuses on any of these cards we're using, your 4th unit will probably want to carry like Scion of House Beowulf, the Helena card, Chocobo, something like that to increase agility. Secondary, if you don't have Winter Victoria, a lot of people don't. She's not really a common unit. You can throw Glaciella in there. She can do slash damage as well with her ninja sub job. She can just throw shurikens, super low AP, a lot of uses on that. She's not going to run out of it. So you can just boost her slash attack so much, or even just turn off her pierce attack if you want. If you don't have Clairvoyant Astrologer, you can always use Glaciella's card. That's why I have this highlighted as a secondary. Again, another good secondary team you can run. A lot of different ways to do water slash for raids. The one of the reasons I recommend Slash is because a lot of gear, it's really easy to build for Slash attack between gear, vision cards, espers. There's a lot of ways to increase Slash attack. It's just one of the easiest ways to do raids. So if you're looking for a raid team and you already have some of these units I've shown, like Winter Victoria, Glaciella, Titus, you can make yourself a really good raid team by picking up Pharm. All right, let's talk about her PvP builds. This one I'm calling Slippery When Wet. This is kind of a full evasion build, not really full evasion build, but we're running Subjob Samurai on both Titus and Pharm for that illusion. You can see the luck bonus from Lara Croft's card. That's pretty much essential if you're going to run the evasion Pharm. So if you didn't pick up Lara Croft's card at 99, whether you have Lara Croft or not, if you don't have her card, it's a huge luck bonus. Okay, you see there on the right, 35% adds a ton of evasion. Probably not going to be good to run an evasion team using Pharm. She's going to be best with that Dark Behemoth Esper that adds slash attack, 25 evasion. That's probably going to be her best Esper for an evasion build. And you can see Tetrasylphan on Lara Croft is pretty obvious, but this build we're basically just trying to boost up agility, luck. We don't have an evasion bonus on any of these water cards yet. In global, I don't think JP does have an evasion bonus either on a water card, specifically water. So if you want to go full evasion build, you can always just go like Lara Croft, Pharm, and then throw in a caster unit in that third spot, have them carry Shiva for another 20 evasion. Moore is probably my favorite choice for this, since Pharm is going to be really effective against Elena and Yuna specifically, which is a lot of magic damage. That third person usually is Jaden, so you can run Moore as an absolute anti-magic tank. She can tank all three of those units really well, carry the Shiva card for evasion, but all of those units, Elena, Jaden, Yuna, they all have auto hit abilities too, like we talked about before. So evasion's super hit or miss in PvP. So I'm not sure that Pharm's going to be real effective in PvP. Is she good in evasion unit? Sure, but are evasion units that good in PvP? Not at the higher levels. You'll be able to get up to a certain point. You could probably get up to like top 1,000 in arena, you know, just running a water evasion team if you have the right cards and espers that we list here. Anyway, guys, if you guys have any questions about how to run Pharm, if you have any ideas or theory crafting that you've already thought of about how you want to run Pharm, let me know in the comments section below. I'm not personally pulling for her. I don't have strong water units. I don't have Lara Croft, you know, on my account, so she's not going to do much for me, but hopefully she can help you guys out. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you to WotV Calc for all the information they provide that we use in these videos. We will catch you guys next time.